friends, TUXX here. I wanted to do a quick little video on my favorite little kit for tinting windows. Now, I wasn't even going to do this video. This kit is one which actually I've used a couple times now, and I discovered that, it works really well, so I wanted to go ahead and endorse it on my channel and let you guys share the experience because it's actually really good value. You get a lot of stuff for your money compared to buying it separately and other kits out there on Amazon. Now, of course, as usual, we'll have a link for this particular kit right below, so be sure and click that link for yours at the very best price, okay? All right, so first off comes a nice little water bottle. Loving that. You want to use lots and lots of water when you're pitting on or removing tint, and I will have another video on my queue up shortly, if it's not already up, where it will show taking off tint, okay? That's the first step, and I did use this very kit actually, and this works great, okay? It's a perfect size, not too big, not too small. Nice little water bottle included. Okay, next up we have lots of scrapers and things. Now, quite a few of these are more for the install part than the removal part, but it does have some good tools for removing window tint as well too. If I could just get the bag open. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and we'll just kind of pour this stuff out. Now, first off, for removing tint or even installing tint, having a nice little square blade is really important. You can see I've used this a lot, and not only does it have a razor on one side, it actually has a nice squeegee, sharp, pointy plastic part on the other side. So very helpful, very good for removing tint. Now, speaking of blades, they give you some blades here, so you do get some replacement blades for the other blade tool, which I'll show you in just a little bit, but just keep in mind they do get some extra blades. You get a super large plastic squeegee here for squeegeeing out stuff, so very good. Gotta get rid of those air bubbles, okay? Other tools, they have this little guy here which has all sorts of great little nooks and crannies and edges for doing edging around windows, tough little parts to get to. I love all the different thicknesses, super thin here, a little thicker here, like all the different pointy parts, like nice squeegee rubbery end here for getting rid of those air bubbles. Really good stuff. And you want to have something soft too, because I have to tell you, there's some friends of mine that actually have used credit cards for removing air bubbles, and while that can work, in the wrong hand, a little bit too much pressure, you could actually put a crease in your tint, your fresh tint, and that's going to mean you have to start all over. It's a huge pain, so you want to make sure you're doing it right. So that's why I like this nice little rubbery part here, and this is really good for removing water off the window too. So good stuff. Okay, here is the blade I was talking about. So this is really good, nice precision blade for cutting the edges as you're installing particularly. So really good, and again, they give you extra blades for that too, which is nice metal too, and a little cover too. Okay, and continuing on, oops, these razor blades are rolling. Another one here. Now this one here has a nice felty end to it. Okay, so really nice felty soft. You have a nice plastic part here, again like a credit card but more firm. Very good for removing air bubbles with the proper tension. But this side here is super nice and smooth with a nice felty layer to it. So really good for a little TLC. Okay, next up we have this cool little yellow one here. I have razor blades rolling all over the place. This yellow one here, again, features lots of good points, different angles for different types of prying even. You could almost use this as a pry tool, okay? But this is really part of the window tint kit. But this is very thick, very sturdy, nice little hole in the middle for you. You can hang it from something if you want, but very good. Love the little point here. This has come in handy before, so very good stuff. Continuing on, a really unique one here. This one here, this little chiseler, okay, this is for chiseling stuff out, or, you can always use this for air bubbles too, but I love the way it has like a different thickness, like all the edges are nice and thin, almost like razor thin, so very good stuff with a thicker middle, and even like a little spot where you can put your thumb to get extra pressure on there for chiseling off maybe some old tint, okay? All right, continuing on, nice little, I got some tint right here from my previous tint job. Nice little one here. This has a rubbery end to it, so rubbery end on the end with this black, nice plastic end here, very firm, very good for doing a big area to help make that job go just a little bit quicker. Okay, and then finally here, another tool which can be used for detailing and final touches. So you get a lot of stuff, as you can see, a lot of tools here for doing your window tint, okay? And this isn't that expensive, so I do recommend this. So final thoughts, this is going to be your best friend. Lots of water. You don't want a big bottle. I think a small bottle is more convenient when actually spraying. Of course, that's off, spray all the usual niceties on the nozzle, but very good. I mean, you get so many great pieces. You get what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you count this as one, I guess. Hopefully I have that right. You get a lot of pieces, okay? So this is a really good deal. And that makes it about like, less than $2 a piece, or like $1 and change each item or whatever. So it's a really good deal, honestly, guys. You want this kit. sometimes it's nice to even have a brand new kit for each tint job you do. So you have the newest stuff, the newest edges, newest razor blades, everything, and then just throw away the old one, you know. But I would recommend picking this up, guys. It could be very useful for all sorts of things. But again, this is essentially for adding tint, but it could be used for removing tint, and it could even be used for doing some detailing and maybe even some interior work, like prying out a stereo faceplate or something, you know, like a bezel. So just a thought there, okay? Again, the link for this is right below. If you guys have any question about window tinting, let me know at tuxtoys@gmail.com. Put a comment down below or send me an instant message, and I will try and help you guys out, okay? All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, Christmas is coming up, guys. People, if their tint's bubbling, tell them, say, hey, that tint's starting to look a little ratty. Sometimes people like ignore their own tint, thinking, oh, it still looks okay. No, it does not look okay. If your tint's bubbling, get brand new tint. Tear off the old tint. Don't look trashy. Don't look white trashy. You want to have a nice tint job to look professional and slick. So you want to go ahead, remove the old tint, and put on fresh tint. And even if you have, you know, someone else do the tint, like professionals, it can still save you a ton of money to remove the old tint yourself, okay? That can cut down so much time. Putting on the tint, actually, in a lot of ways, can be faster than removing the tint. When you have little frayed chunks and things, it can be really bad removing that tint. It can be expensive, time-consuming to have someone else do it. So do it yourself, then take those fresh windows into the dealer and have them go ahead and put in that fresh professional tint if you're not doing it yourself, okay? All right, friends, thanks for watching the video. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.